Welcome back to another realistic rebuild I have for you guys here on Madden 19. Today it is going to be the Green Bay Packers, and as always, if you guys would like to follow me on Twitter or join my Discord, both links are in the description. But here we go, let's get into the team. The team is led by one of the best quarterbacks of all time, Aaron Rodgers. 34 years old, 91 overall. I hope he doesn't retire, and I hope his overall does not go down too much. The superstar dev could help, but as you can see, it is going to require so much experience for him to get one upgrade point. He definitely won't go up in overall. I really just hope he hovers around like 91, 88 maybe at the minimum. I think I'm being a little too optimistic with that one. Aaron Jones starting at running back. Not a bad running back at all. Came on strongly last year. 90 speed, 93 acceleration, 92 agility, but also has good trucking, so pretty well-rounded halfback there. Davante Adams, a very solid number one wide receiver. Randall Cobb, not bad, but I'm pretty sure he's a free agent. Don't think I'm going to retain him at the end of the season. Geronimo Allison, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, some young players down there too. Equanimous St. Brown's down here. I'm not exactly sure what to do with this wide receiver core. I think I want Valdez-Scantling playing a bit more since he is a rookie. There's a chance he could, win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Very much doubt that'll happen, but there's still a chance. David Bakhtiari, arguably the best left tackle in the NFL. Lane Taylor, Corey Linsley, Nico Siragusa, Brian Bulaga. Not a terrible offensive line overall-wise. A good center, good tackles. The guards definitely need some work, so I'll have to look to draft a couple of those guys. Jimmy Graham. Don't really want on this team anymore, but I'll keep him for this season. He's pretty expensive. He's getting up there in age. Probably try to draft a tight end or sign one in free agency. Lance Kendricks, Mercedes Lewis, both not really useful on this team here, at least in simulation. And then defensively, where do I start here? The linebackers getting old on the outside. Clay Matthews, Nick Perry, probably have to draft replacements for these guys soon. The middle linebackers I think are okay. Blake Martinez is very good. Jake Ryan is pretty good there at the number 2. The secondary doesn't look too good. Josh Jones, at least the safeties I should say. Josh Jones I want playing somewhere. Maybe at strong safety because I think he has decent hit power, right? Let me just see. 89 hit power, really poor zone coverage, really poor man coverage. Looks more like a linebacker, to be honest. Probably could play linebacker in a 4-3 or something, but I'm going to keep him at safety. Probably slide him over to strong safety, where I think we have Ibrahim Campbell playing currently. Nothing too special about him, so I don't really mind starting Josh Jones in front of Campbell. Tramon Williams, I guess we'll just stay at free safety for this season. The corners are actually pretty good, because Jair Alexander, phenomenal rookie to have in a rebuild. Star development, 84 overall. Not too many, better rookie corners. I think Denzel Ward is probably the only better rookie corner to have in a rebuild. I could definitely be missing someone, though. Kevin King develops pretty well. Josh Jackson down here as a rookie as well, so I want him playing. I'm really liking the cornerback core we have going. It's very young. I feel like they've developed in real life a pretty good young cornerback core as well. Mike Daniels, very good defensive end. Should start regressing soon, though, which is an issue. I'd like to keep him on the team for this whole time, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. Muhammad Wilkerson, not too bad, honestly, at left end. I think he's also a free agent, but they don't have bad depth at these positions. Like, Dean Lowry isn't too bad. He's a 78 overall, and he's only 24 years old. So I think I'd rather keep Dean Lowry starting next year than re-sign Muhammad Wilkerson, because Wilkerson will regress. I guess it depends on how badly he regresses. Kenny Clark is here. I guess Dean Lowry is playing backup D tackle. I'm alright with that. Kenny Clark, though, is a beast at starting defensive tackle. So the team isn't bad. It's an 80 overall. I'm not sure what to expect out of this season. I think the team has 2 first-round draft picks, though, which is awesome for a realistic rebuild here. I did not expect to have a record like this at the midseason. 6-1. The team's playing really well. The Patriots are 4-4. We are clearly on top of the division. The Vikings 3-5, Lions 2-5, along with the Bears. This should be a playoff berth. I really hope it is this season. 1 experience point for Aaron Jones and Davante Adams. Defensively, 2 from Jair Alexander. 1 for a couple other players as well. So who has to come back? I see Muhammad Wilkerson. I mentioned this earlier, but I think I'm going to hold off on him because he is 28 years old. Like, he should go down in overall at the end of the season. Same goes for Randall Cobb. The wide receiver class this year is fairly deep, so I should be able to draft a replacement pretty easily. Clay Matthews, again, I don't really want Clay Matthews. He's getting up there in age. I feel like these top 3 guys, I don't think they're going to come back to the Packers. I don't think any of them have yet. Maybe Muhammad Wilkerson, I really don't know. Jake Ryan, I do want. And then I feel like I don't want anybody else here because I feel like we are pretty deep at these positions. I mean, Nico Siragusa is starting. Maybe I'll renegotiate with him later. Depends on how many sacks he'll let up, to be honest. But Jake Ryan, let's try to get him right now because I know for sure I want him. I don't want to have to worry about middle linebacker this entire rebuild. He's coming back to the team. Him and Blake Martinez should be able to patrol the middle of the field there this entire time. The team made the playoffs here this first season, going 10-6. We have to take on the Seattle Seahawks in the wild card round. They went 9-7. We won the division. Wasn't too much of a fight though, to be honest. The Bears 7-9, the Lions and the Vikings both 6-10. Who did we lose to? I know we lost to the Lions at the end of this season. We beat the Bears, lost to the Vikings, won a bunch in a row, lost actually 4 straight. That wasn't a good streak there. Won 3 in a row, and then we lost to the Lions. Pretty solid season. Started off very well. Didn't finish too well, but still at least we made the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers, great performance. 4,446 yards, 33 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, 70% completion percentage. Excellent season. Aaron Jones was not good in the yards per carry department, but he had a ton of touchdowns. He had 14. I don't know what I want to do with this because that's a really bad yards per carry. I don't know what's going on there. Devontae Adams was great, 90 catches, over 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. Valdez-Scantling, 973 yards, 6 touchdowns. Randall Cobb, 2 touchdowns. Jimmy Graham got 6, not a bad season. Sack numbers, not many let up at all. Good offensive lineman performance. 137 tackles from Jake Ryan, that's a good season. 14 tackles for loss for Kenny Clark, 13 for Nick Perry, 12 for Clay Matthews, 11 for Mo Wilkerson, and then 10 for Jake Ryan. Not too many sacks. 8.5 from Mike Daniels is pretty good there, though. 7.5 from Clay Matthews. 2 interceptions from Josh Jackson and Brashad Breeland. 1 from Jake Ryan, Kevin King, Tremont Williams, Josh Jones, Jair Alexander, and Kyler Fackrell. Fackrell didn't play too much, and he's also a pass rusher, but got a interception. All right. No touchdowns. 1 safety from Kenny Clark, and 1 blocked kick from Dean Lowry. All right. We were 13th on offense. Defensively, we were 17th. Nothing too amazing with either of those, but still, solid record. Aaron Rodgers comes in 4th for MVP. Nobody else from the Packers. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Zeke. Aaron Rodgers, though, number 4. Defensive Player of the Year actually goes to Jake Ryan. That's awesome. I hope he gets a lot of experience points there. Avonte Maddox is at number 6. Surprising to see him there. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Saquon Barkley, as it usually does. Kerryon Johnson's up there, though. Valdez-Scantling comes in 5th. Nobody else from our team. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Fred Warner. Josh Jackson comes in 3rd. Jair Alexander comes in 6th. And then that's it from our team. Okay, well, anyway, I have the defensive back upgrade, so hopefully those guys got a lot of experience points. Offensively, not too many going around. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to keep Aaron Jones at running back, and I don't think I'm going to be able to. He's going to be an 81 overall. He's still young, but he didn't have a great season. He had a lot of touchdowns, but not that many yards. Really, really poor yards per carry. Unless he really only played on the goal line, which, I don't know, I kind of doubt it. Maybe Aaron Rodgers just was slinging the rock like crazy down the field, and then that was the only time Aaron Jones got to run. I don't know, but 3 for Devontae Adams is nice too. I might try to draft a running back or just gauge who's in free agency. Defensively, we have 5 from Jair Alexander, 2 from both linebackers, 2 from Josh Jackson, 2 from Kenny Clark as well, and from Kevin King. All of the experience points were spent. A couple of guys are confident as well. The team's up to an 82 overall. Really not too bad. Hopefully we can take down the Seahawks. Jair Alexander, 88 overall. Probably the biggest upgrade on the team. Let's see, though. Can we take down this team? They might have a higher overall than us. They do, by 1. But still, definitely think we have a chance. Let's advance the week. Come on, let's take them down. I haven't won a playoff game in a while. We actually won that one, 37-28, having to take on the Rams, who are very good. They're an 88 overall. We are still an 82. Who knows, man? There's a chance. Let's see if we can have this underdog story. Did we take down the Rams? We did not take down the Rams. We lost by a score of 35-21. Let me just briefly go over those games. Show you guys I didn't cheat or anything. So, postseason. Beat the Seahawks 37-28, and then like I just mentioned, lost to the Rams 35-21. I can negotiate with these people now at the end of the season. Let me think what I want to do. So I don't think I'm going to bring back anybody down in this area. I feel like I can sign a better receiver than Geronimo Allison if I need one, so I'm going to let him go. Brashad Breeland, I don't really need him either. He's like the 4th or 5th corner at this point. I might try to give Muhammad Wilkerson a contract. I don't want to give you that big of a contract, though. Let me think, because I don't really want him that badly. I'll bump this up to 5, bump it up to 1.9. If you take this 1-year deal, I'm okay with it. Alright, he's going to test out free agency. Don't care too much about that. I don't really want to franchise tag him. I'm not going to go after anyone else. Maybe if he's not getting any offers, I can give him something in free agency. I don't want to get him long term, though. I only want him for like 1 more season, because after that, his overall will plummet. $66.55 million to spend. Who's the top free agent? It's Tevin Coleman. Now, do I want to go after Tevin Coleman? Or do I want to draft a running back? That's rough. I really don't know what I want to do. I would totally go after Zadarius Smith if the Redskins weren't giving him so many points. Trey Boston, honestly, the same thing, but the Dolphins are giving him a lot. Darrell Williams, same thing, but same outcome. Preston Smith I might get, because Preston Smith is not a bad pass rusher. Muhammad Wilkerson isn't getting too many offers. I mean, too many top-tier offers, but I don't really want to give him a contract. I will let you know who I end up signing here. I did not get Preston Smith or Trey Boston. I didn't give Trey Boston too much money. Didn't expect to get him. I did get Tevin Coleman, though. He will be the starting running back. I really wanted Preston Smith. I didn't give him that much money, but I did outbid the Jets. Let me actually see how much the Jets ended up giving him or how much he accepted. I could still sign an outside linebacker. I doubt there's any really good ones here. Could go with like Terrell Suggs, honestly, but I mean, we have Nick Parris still, so it's no real reason to sign anybody else. Let's see. What team did he go to? He went to the Jets. Okay, I gave Preston Smith more money than that, but whatever. Doesn't matter too much. Look how much money Zadarius Smith got. 132 points from the Redskins. They actually had to like outbid themselves, I think. I'm pretty sure they were giving them 127 before that. I guess they just stepped it up a little more. So in the draft, the main position I want to look out for is outside linebacker. That is for certain, because we definitely need one now. Could use a safety in the later rounds. I don't want to draft one too highly. And I can also use some offensive linemen. Lane Taylor still isn't too bad, but I definitely want a different right guard, because Madison is not going to cut it. Cole Madison. Okay, definitely need to look at that position. This trade worked out so well. I'm giving the Bengals Antonio Morrison. I moved him to left outside linebacker. They actually had green interest in Morrison. The 32nd overall pick and Jason Spriggs for number 4 overall. I have to admit, this trade isn't super realistic, but whatever. I had to trade up. I really want to select this player. Usually the computer for the Packers is able to select this player, but I did not have a good enough draft pick to do it. So Josh Allen, welcome to the team. 83 overall, superstar development, fits perfectly on this team, I think. 88 speed, 87 acceleration, 83 block shed, 84 finesse, 80 power moves. He can do everything. He's a great pass rusher to have on this team. Dwayne Haskins going into the Patriots at number like 25 or something like that. We could take Nasir Adderley. That is looking enticing. Don't need Brian Burns anymore, so let me remove him. Nasir Adderley, the next guy on the draft board. I really need an offensive lineman, but I mean, Adderley looks great. He's going to be a great safety for us if I take him. I don't think there's great safety talent later. A lot of random offensive linemen I can just plug in, if I'm being completely honest here. So I think, based on that logic, I'm going to go with Adderley here. He's going to join the Packers. 77 overall, but he has star development. That development trait is huge. 90 speed, not too bad. 85 zone coverage, 89 acceleration, 80 pursuit, and hit power. Well-rounded safety, I'll take it. Who is available to take? I can still take Noah Fant. Would you look at that? I want a wide receiver at some point, and I think I'm going to miss out on a wide receiver if I don't take one here. I wanted Marquise Brown, if I'm being honest. So it's Deebo Samuel or Parris Campbell. Who should I go with? Parris Campbell has better short route running. I think he would be playing in the slot. That's the position I'm looking for right now. I could still take another wide receiver down the line too. Might even do that. But Parris Campbell, I think I'm going to go with him. Don't draft him much at all. I don't think I have yet. He's also super fast. 77 overall, quick development, 94 speed, 92 acceleration, 85 catching. Fits the scheme perfectly there. I think I'm going to go with Arcega Whiteside. feel like he's too good to pass up right now. 76 overall, but he has normal dev. He's a great talent here to have. He should play. Probably like the number 3, but he won't be the slot or anything, but he should get some playing time. With our next pick here, hopefully we can select an offensive lineman. Really should still be available, right? He is still available. Okay. Kind of glad I didn't take him. Let's go with him now then. 75 overall. That was a perfect draft pick. Perfectly fine with him starting. How fast are you? 76 speed. Not bad. Fits the scheme as well. I can still go with a right end. Might be the draft pick now because he could, Anthony Nelson theoretically could play over Dean Lowry. He's a top-rated prospect still on my board. I'm going to go with him. 74 overall, normal dev. 21 years old though. It's a great age to be. I feel like I might start him just to see what he can do. Hunter Renfrow is still here. I could have selected him. Thought he would have went by now, but with this pick, I'd go with a quarterback. Easton Stick. Just to back up Aaron Rodgers here. Maybe. Maybe. Or I can go with Bryce Love. He fell down the draft board here because of his injury. I'm going to do that. Bryce Love, 74 overall. Quick dev. Why not have him on the team? It's now time to select our final player in this draft. Who should we go with? Maybe just some guy with a good combine. Never a bad idea here. Even though these players are custom. Let's see. There's no good tight ends. Any other good offensive linemen? Not seeing any. Might just have to randomly select, like, here's a 5th round outside linebacker. That might be my selection because he's probably not too bad if I'm being real here. Just be something weird with him as to why he didn't go. So, Nate Hall, welcome to the team. 74 overall. Perfectly fine by me. Probably won't play really at all. He might be like a backup middle or something since I don't think he fits the scheme at outside linebacker. But this was a good draft. I don't think we drafted anyone beneath like a 74 overall. And we also took Jonathan Allen. Not Jonathan Allen, Josh Allen, my fault. Great first draft pick to have. Traded up, of course. They drafted a bunch of high 70 overall guys. Really happy with how this draft went. Let's check out the NFL, though. I think Josh Allen is the highest rated player in this draft class. And he is not. Nick Bosa is. That makes sense. Josh Allen, though, is tied with Quinnen Williams for number 1. Ed Oliver's down there. Jonah Williams, Devin White, Greedy Williams, Rashawn Gary. Let's see who the Bengals ended up getting with their pick. Because I'm curious as to who they took at number 32. Was it worth the trade for them? They took Dramont Jones, 77 overall. Really not bad. Josh Jacobs went to the Buccaneers in the 2nd round. I see some people mocking him to go with their 1st overall pick. I feel like that's a good selection for them if he actually goes then. I think the team is all ready to go here for the 2nd season. The scheme fit on the offense is only a 75%. Let me see if I can boost this up a little bit more. Vertical zone run is better at an 83. Nothing beats that though. So I think I'm just going to go with vertical zone run. I feel like my mentality now, seeing as how like spread didn't work really at all in my Vikings rebuild, I'm just going to go with the scheme fit that has the highest percentage. Because why not? I don't think this might not have the highest percentage. Yeah, 4.6 is 100%. But that's like a 4.3, so I don't want that. So I'm just going to go back to base 3.4. I think that's what it was before. I'm fine with how the defense played, really. The offense was also good with the scheme last year, but I'm going to switch it up and go with 83% scheme fit. Maybe get some more rookies involved, hopefully. So the wide receiver, Parris Campbell, is not fitting the scheme anymore. That's okay, though. Tevin Coleman is. Aaron Rodgers is now. Most of the offensive line there. I'm okay with it. That's what the offense looks like. Parris Campbell is going to be the number 2 and the slot. I think that's going to work out really well. Whiteside will be the number 3 then. Defensively, most of the starters here fit the scheme. I think the only player who doesn't is Nick Perry. This is a great scheme fit then here on defense. I'm really liking how this team looks. I think they can do just as well. Maybe a little bit worse, but like I don't think we got worse. I'm pretty sure we definitely upgraded. Now we have a better running back. We have a fantastic outside linebacker now who should go up to around a 90 after this year. I have high hopes for this team. I think they can do well. You gotta love Madden. I'm 0-7. Let's change this back. I don't know what is happening. What was it before? West Coast zone run? Alright. Alright, well, we're going back to that. 0-7? How is this even happening, man? The best we can do now is go 9-7, and that's if we win out. Well, this was a throwaway season if I've ever seen one. Parris Campbell has 1 experience point. Jeez. Josh Allen at least has 3, so upgrading on that side of the ball. Jair Alexander 2, Nasir Adderley 2. Kenny Clark has to come back to the team. I want that to happen. Who else is here, though? Mike Daniels, probably bring him back for a shorter contract, hopefully. Blake Martinez, I want. Corey Linsley, I want. Brian Bulaga. He regresses really, really badly, so I don't know if I'm going to bring him back. He's a great right tackle in real life, but in the game, I'm not really too sure what to think. Dean Lowry, I think I'm going to wait until the end of the season to see how he plays. Mason Crosby, I'll probably try to bring back. Kyler Fackrell isn't starting, but I might still need him. I can probably sign a better outside linebacker this year. Let's start with Kenny Clark here, though. Mason Crosby is coming back to the team. Corey Linsley is, Blake Martinez is, and Kenny Clark is. Mike Daniels is not right now. I think I might just franchise tag him at the end of the season. I tried to give him a 3-year deal, and he didn't want it. I don't really want to go any more than that, so I might just try to give him a 1-year deal with the franchise tag, all that good stuff. But now we can look for a different draft class, because I usually like to use the same one for the first season. Let's see. Let's just download one from the Madden share. What kind of 2020 draft classes do we got here? I couldn't really find that great of a 2021. I'm just going to go with Lamonte Bripp again. Here we go. Download this file. Should get imported right away then. And now we should have a nice 2020 draft class. So if you guys like this draft class, or if you like the other one, the first one was by Nathan P. Ooh, is it 2433? I think that's his name. He usually comments on my videos and stuff, but if you like the first draft class, you can go with that one. If you like this one, you know where to go now. Of course, we didn't make the playoffs. We started off 0-7, finished 5-11 though, so I guess turned it around a little bit. The Lions 9-7 won the division. The Bears and the Vikings were both 8-8, so polar opposite seasons here. I guess I'm just going to stick with West Coast. I don't know what schemes to run anymore. I can't find a good one. Won every game in the preseason. Of course, lost the opening 7 games. Won the next week, though. Lost 3 more, won 4 straight, and then lost to the Lions. So maybe if we had West Coast zone run the whole time, it would have actually played well the entire season, though. Aaron Rodgers, 4,400 yards again. 33 touchdowns, 12 picks. Honestly, like identical to last year. Tevin Coleman, better than Aaron Jones. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Aaron Jones had 6 more. Parris Campbell did really well. 96 catches, over 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. Devontae Adams, 91 catches, 1,254 yards, 9 touchdowns. Jimmy Graham, 4 touchdowns. Whiteside got 2. Sack numbers, again, not bad. So the offense was okay. I guess defense is where it struggled. 135 tackles from Blake Martinez. 104 from Kevin King. We have 14 tackles for loss for Dean Lowry. 12 from Nick Perry. 12 for Kenny Clark. Sack numbers, 8.5 from Kenny Clark. Josh Allen only got 4. 7.5 from Mike Daniels. 4 interceptions from Jair Alexander, 2 from Josh Jackson, 1 from Blake Martinez, Kevin King, Jake Ryan, and Nasir Adderley. So not too much pressure. I think that was the main concern there on defense. No touchdowns. We have 1 safety from Kenny Clark again, and no blocked kicks this time. The offense was 11th, so about where they were last year. The defense had to have been near last then. 12th! Okay, we had better rankings this year. Sometimes, man, Madden makes no sense. Dwayne Haskins, number 5 for MVP. No Aaron Rodgers, though. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Zeke, but Aaron Rodgers at number 5. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Deion Jones. Nobody from the Packers. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Josh Jacobs. Parris Campbell comes in 2nd. I guarantee Parris Campbell had a better season, but running backs and quarterbacks get favored so much more. Marquise Brown on the Cowboys. Whiteside comes in at number 8 there. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Devin Bush. Nasir Adderley comes in 5th. And Josh Allen comes in 10th. He should still have a bunch of experience points, though, because I got the linebacker upgrade, and he has Superstar Dev. Parris Campbell has 6. That's nice to see. Nobody from the offense has more than 1 then. Defensively, 5 from Josh Allen, 5 from Nasir Adderley, 6 from Jair Alexander. A lot of experience points going around. Josh Jones isn't confident, though. That's no good. We can now franchise tag Mike Daniels, who's down to an 83 overall. I think it's worth the franchise tag still, so I will spend it on him, because I want him for at least 1 more season, and then after that I probably won't bring him back. Brian Bulaga is down to a 77. I really think I'll be able to replace him in free agency. Even if I can't, I can probably sign someone, or I can probably sign him, again, in free agency. Kyler Fackrell, getting up there in age, don't really want him. Dean Lowry, don't really think I need. Who is the top free agent? We have $55.59 million. Phillip Rivers. Didn't he just win? Pretty sure he just won MVP. Like the first season. I think it was the first season he won MVP. Derrick Henry, don't need. Miles Jack, don't need. Michael Brockers could be interesting. Eric Ebron could be really interesting. I'm going to go after Eric Ebron and probably a couple other guys. We did not get Austin Blythe. I really wanted him, but it's okay. We got Willie Henry, we got Eric Ebron, and we got Jermaine Ifedi. I wanted Austin Blythe to play like left guard or something because you can use a new left guard. Maybe I'll still look in free agency, but at least we got Eric Ebron. That was pretty big, I think. The overall went down for the team, but I also have to spend these experience points and whatnot. It should be about where it was last year. With my first pick in this draft here, I think I'm going to go with Trey Smith. Looks like my best option. Hopefully he can come in and start. 80 overall star development will definitely come in and start. I can use another outside linebacker, so I think I'm going to go with either Curtis Weaver or Shaq Smith. Let's select him. 77 overall normal dev. I think he's going to start probably at left. I think that's where Nick Perry's currently playing, but I think Curtis Weaver will start. Wait, Josh Jacobs is in this class? Well, that's not supposed to happen. That's the issue with using classes from different people. I guess I'm just going to go with, I might go with Jacob Eason here, just to get a quarterback. Also, it says Jalen Hurts goes to Houston. Don't think that's true. Anyway, though, I think I'm just going to go with Jacob Eason here. Let's get a quarterback, because why not? 77 overall, normal dev. Backing up Aaron Rodgers. I'm just going to send him straight to the end of the draft now. Let's see what the computer selected for me. Maybe we got some random studs near the end of the draft. We have a 75 overall, right outside linebacker, 74 D tackle, and then that's pretty much it. Any development traits on these guys? Normal dev for you. Quick dev for you. Alright, not too bad. You can be a backup D tackle for sure. Let's check out, though, who was ranked first. Who actually went number 1 overall? Jerry Jeudy did. 82 overall. I'm sure Tua's ranked first. He is. 83 overall. Najee Harris ranked right behind him. Jerry Jeudy there, too. All out of the same college, of course, there. J.K. Dobbins going to the Jets in the second round. Dylan Moses, another player from Alabama, in the top 5 for our rankings. Grant Delpit, hold on, let me pronounce that correctly. DeAndre Swift, Cam Akers, halfback out of Florida State in the 3rd round. That was a good draft pick. This is going to be the team heading into the 3rd season, potentially the final season, not sure yet. Usually depends on how well the season goes, to be honest. It's an 86 overall. It's definitely a good team. They should not start off 0-7. I really don't know what happened. Maybe it truly was the scheme issue. I might just not change the scheme ever. Like, I might just keep the schemes the teams originally have, because I have no idea what to do. The offense got better, via upgrades for the players. Like Parris Campbell, 83 overall star dev. Really, really sick stats here. 94 speed, 92 catching, 90 short route running. Great slot wide receiver. We also have a new right guard, Trey Smith, looking like a beast. 80 overall star development. Hopefully he develops. Jermaine Ifedi played well for me. Past couple times I've used him at right tackle. Eric Ebron now starting at tight end. Of course, you have Aaron Rodgers, Tevin Coleman, both played well last season. Aaron Rodgers hopefully can have about 4,400 yards again with like 30 touchdowns. That's what I'm looking for. Defensively, turns out this Peterson dude, Parris Peterson, out of Louisville, apparently he's a better pass rusher than Weaver is. So Weaver is a pretty decent speed rusher over there, but if you look at the specialist tab, Weaver is a 70 overall pass rusher at left end, but Peterson's a 77 overall rush left end, so I'm going to keep him starting at left end. Josh Allen, right outside linebacker, 88 overall. Blake Martinez, Jake Ryan still here. Nazir Adderley, 82 overall. Now hopefully Josh Jones has a good season. Doesn't seem like he's been playing too well because he wasn't confident last year. Kind of hope that goes away. Jair Alexander is balling out, 93 overall. Willie Henry made his way over to the team, starting at left end. Honestly, I think this team is good. They should definitely compete for a divisional title here. Let's see what happens. I really don't know what to do. The past whole bunch of rebuilds for me, I feel like have gone this way. 3-4 for the Bears. 6-1 for the Vikings, clearly leading the division. 2-6 then from the Lions. I guess you truly just need a God squad. I don't know. Because, I feel like this team is good. I don't think many people would disagree with me on this one. I really feel like this team is not too bad. I don't really like going more than 3 seasons because everything just gets all wonky then in free agency and all that fun stuff because players are like Christian McCaffrey's a 98 overall typically in free agency and he can just get signed by a random team. I like limiting it to a 3-year sim, but I don't know, I might have to go another one. Alright, let's check out the defense though. 2 experience points there from Josh Allen seems like the most. David Bakhtiari needs to come back to the team. Need to make that a main priority. Mike Daniels probably won't bring back. Aaron Jones, same goes for him, to be honest. Kevin King I want. Josh Jones currently starting, probably bring him back as well. Jamal Williams I don't need. Lane Taylor no longer need as well. And we did not make the playoffs. 8-8 though. We kind of came back. The Lions also went 8-8. The Vikings 11-5. The Bears 7-9. So I will go one more season. Honestly, I probably won't even make the playoffs this next season. I don't even know. We won every game except for one where we tied. Lost 3 in a row. Beat the Lions. Lost 2. Beat the Bears. Lost to the Bears. Beat 4 more teams in a row. Lost 2 more. Won the last 2. So a pretty good end of the season. A really poor start. Dwayne Haskins wins MVP for the Patriots. Aaron Rodgers, though, was great once again. Over 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Just automatic at this point. Tevin Coleman wasn't very good. Under 4 yards a carry. Under 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Aaron Jones, 8 touchdowns as well. Parris Campbell, over 1,000 yards, only 4 touchdowns, though. Devontae Adams stole a bunch of them, it looks like. 13 touchdowns for him. Eric Ebron got 4. Arcega-Whiteside got 4 as well. Sack numbers, not many. The offensive line has been tremendous this whole time. 107 tackles here from Blake Martinez. 14 tackles for loss for Kenny Clark. That's a good season. Sack numbers, 8 for Kenny Clark, 6 for Mike Daniels. Not many from the outside linebackers. Just not getting too much pressure here. Interceptions. We have 3 from Jair Alexander, 2 from Josh Jackson, 2 from Nasir Adderley, 1 from Jake Ryan, Kevin King, and Josh Jones. Do we have any touchdowns here? I don't see any. Any safeties? No. And then blocked kicks, we have none. So, 17th on offense. Defense was 10th. So again, not too bad rankings. Dwayne Haskins, we already saw that one's MVP. Anybody from the Packers? I don't see anyone. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Ezekiel Elliott. Aaron Rodgers, and they're at number 6. Defensive Player of the Year, Miles Jack, who goes to the Cowboys. Helped out their team a lot. Nobody from the Packers. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Jake Fromm on the Giants. Jeez. Tua goes to the Cardinals there. Okay. So does Najee Harris. Wow, the top 4 guys are all from, 2 teams. Anybody from our team? I don't see anyone. But Josh Jacobs is also on the Eagles. It's funny. He's on the Buccaneers and the Eagles right now. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Baron Browning. 87 overall for him. Tabarius Peterson comes in 4th. Nobody else from our team there. So I guess I'll go another season. I probably will sign Christian McCaffrey. I'm just letting you guys know now. Maybe we just need a better running back to rush for like 1,500 yards, hopefully. Nah, he won't rush for that many, but maybe we do just need a better running back. Parris Campbell, 7 experience points. He's playing extremely well. I guess I know who's going on the thumbnail. 4 for Josh Allen. He might go on the thumbnail too, to be honest. 3 from Nasir Adderley, 2 from Jair Alexander. Okay, we have a lot of experience points going around, but the team still played like poop. I didn't think this rebuild could get much worse, but the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. Never want to see that. But let's go into the offseason. A bit over $50 million to spend, and we've at least had a lot of money this entire time. And then Christian McCaffrey. There he is. Oh, Marcus Williams. Can't go after him. Could go after Tre'Davious White, though. I might just spend a ton of money in this free agency period. Honestly, I feel like that's what it's going to have to take to get this team into the playoffs. Even though this is a good roster, I don't need to go up in money. But even though this is a very good roster, I still might have to spend a ton of money, make it a little less realistic, but honestly, realistic rebuilds are difficult to do this year. I gotta say that much. I went after so many players. I kind of broke the realism here, but I don't really care. This team is just kind of frustrating me a little bit. We got Tre'Davious White, we got Andre Howell, we did not get Cameron Hayward, we got Jason Kelsey, and we got Christian McCaffrey. So I still need a new defensive end because we did not get Cameron Hayward. I could potentially draft one. I'm not going to go into the draft, but I might just throw a bunch of people on my draft board. Maybe try to do it that way. Who is still here, though, at defensive end? Mike Daniels is actually still here. That's pretty funny. Kawan Short could slide over. Geno Atkins, maybe? Don't really think I want that to happen. Calais Campbell could start over there. Let me just gauge my options. I went after Mike Daniels. He did not accept the contract. Okay. I also threw a bunch of players on my draft board. So if I really can't get a defensive end, I might just have to result in the draft. I could also just probably go into free agency. Even Trey Hendrickson probably could get the job done, being honest here. You're a speed rusher? Really? Ooh, I didn't know you were that fast. Alright, maybe you can't get the job done there. I didn't think you were a speed rusher, my friend. What about you? You're a power rusher. You do fit this scheme. You look fine to me. Morgan Fox. Let's make him an offer. I don't think he was getting any contracts, was he? He was not. Okay, so if I don't get Morgan Fox, I should be able to get one of these players in the draft. I'm just going to sim straight by the draft, though. I'll catch you guys back up in the recap. Well, let's check out the draft recap. Who did we start the draft off taking? We took Tyler Shelvin at defensive tackle. This is one of the guys I did throw on my draft board. He does have star dev, too. He could play defensive end. I think I might slide him over there, have him start. That's really not that bad of an idea. We have a pretty good right end here in the second round, 75 overall. William Poole III, free safety out of Georgia, 74 overall. TJ Pledger, running back out of Oklahoma, 75 overall. Here is the team for the last season. Super unrealistic offseason, fully aware of that. We signed so many people, but the team is good. I don't know. The team was good last year. The team was good the year before that. They theoretically should have made the playoffs, I feel like, every season, but I guess this is the best team we've had so far, so this team should really be in the playoffs. Absolutely no idea what to expect, though. Here's a look at it if anyone really cares. I also need to switch this around a little bit. Let me do that really fast. That looks better to me. Now, I think the team is fully ready to simulate. I don't think we're going to make the playoffs, though. If I'm being completely realistic here, with the way Madden has been going for me lately, there's almost no chance this team makes it into the playoffs. And I knew it. They didn't make the playoffs. 8-8 again. I don't even know, like, if I should be frustrated, because it's just so expected at this point. Madden is so inconsistent. I swear, some teams are just programmed not to do well. That's honestly what I think it comes down to, because, like, I've had such worse teams make the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers also balled out. 40 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 4,300 yards. But I've had really, really bad teams. Not bad, but like bad in comparison to this team at least, who have made the playoffs, who have made the Super Bowl. I've had like Blake Bortles throws for 5,000 yards every season. Let's take a quick look. What did Blake Bortles do? Is he still in the Jags? No, he's not. Daniel Jones is. Where's Blake Bortles? I want to find him really badly. I found him. He's not starting, so I can't even use him as an example. But, like, he wins MVP routinely. I don't know how, but he does. Christian McCaffrey, 1,200 yards, only 4 touchdowns, and fumble 4 times as well. Receiving, Parris Campbell was excellent this entire time. 1,208 yards, 15 touchdowns. Devontae Adams, nearly 100 catches as well. Devontae Adams, almost 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Eric Ebron, 7. Whiteside, 5. Again, not many sacks lit up. The offensive line playing well. The thing is, like, I don't think I would have done anything differently if I, went back, if I could go back in time and change, like, who I signed. I really don't think I would have done much differently. I think the team was, like, perfectly fine from the beginning. Like, that first draft, I think, was, like, excellent. I really think this team should be playing so much better. It just seems, like, so 50-50 to me when you sim. It really does. If you have a team around, like, an 80 overall, up until like the max you can get, it really does just seem like up in the air as to whether or not you make the playoffs. So I kind of just flew through those stats. If you cared about any of them, hopefully you were watching. I don't know, I guess that was kind of mean. I probably should have talked over them. I'm just done at this point with rebuilding. I'm not actually done, but it's been really frustrating lately. Aaron Rodgers, number 6 for MVP, because like like I just mentioned, it seems so up in the air. It's like 50-50. I feel like it's determined like before you even sim the preseason whether or not you're going to make the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers comes in 7th there for Offensive Player of the Year. I'm going to stop complaining, I think. Defensive Player of the Year, nobody from the Packers. Offensive Rookie of the Year, we have Parker Purcell at number 8. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Tyler Shelvin, number 5. Best Quarterback, Aaron Rodgers comes in 3rd. Best Running Back, we do not have Christian McCaffrey. Best Wide Receiver, Parris Campbell comes away with that award. Devontae Adams, number 8. I saw Andy Isabella up there. That's cool. Best Offensive Lineman, David Bakhtiari, number 4. Best Defensive Lineman, I'm just curious, what is Quinnen Williams up to? 97. That'd be a good draft pick there for the Giants, I think. Best Linebacker, Blake Martinez, number 5. Best Defensive Back, nobody from her team but Jonathan Jones in there. Earl Thomas still in the Seahawks. Look at that. Deontay Thompson on the Cowboys there. Best kicker, Jake Elliott. and then nobody from the Packers. So, I am just messing up this division, I think. Tried to rebuild the Vikings, didn't work. Tried to rebuild the Packers here, didn't work. The most frustrating thing I think about this entire situation, I already had a fully recorded rebuild of the Packers. I've mentioned this before. But my audio got real messed up. The video wasn't the best, so I decided to redo it because I didn't want to give you guys a crappy quality video that had me cutting out every so often. It just would not have worked well. And in that rebuild, I made the playoffs like the final 2 seasons, maybe even the final 3. It was a pretty successful rebuild. I still drafted Josh Allen, by the way, and he did a much better job than he did in this one. So, I don't know, man. I'm just getting really unfortunate with all this stuff. Hopefully we can bounce back next week and have a better rebuild. I do apologize. Maybe one day I'll come back to this team as well. If you guys, when I finish all the teams, maybe I'll ask if I should come back to any team in particular. I'll just do whatever you guys suggest. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. I apologize once again, but I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.